Yes, you just saw a bike flying in the air and a car racing sideways. How cool was that? If you were a motorhead, you would have loved your time at the Island Grounds in Chennai, which hosted the recent Red Bull Moto Jam. One of the biggest motorsport festivals in the country, the Moto Jam featured athletes pushing their limits on two-wheelers and four-wheelers to deliver some heart-stopping moments. The Moto Jam had many exciting acts, but leading them all was Lebanese rally champion Abdo Feghali's Drift Act and Aras's stunt bike show.
Can you explain drifting in a few sentences for those people who might not know what it is?
Yeah, it's the contrary of racing. Usually, racing is you're going against the time. You don't want to lose any second or any fraction of a second. In drifting, you're always going sideways. It's just the show, the angle steering that you have, the commitment that you have, and definitely the car control that you have. So what we do is, in the Red Bull car park drift, it's called single drift, which is one car drift. But there's also other disciplines in drifting, which is a tandem drift, where you have two cars drifting next to each other, which we're not doing here.
Right. How exactly did you get into drifting? So nobody gets up in their childhood and says, I want to do drifting, right? So how did it come into your plans?
Since my childhood, I mean, when I woke up and opened my eyes to the world, my father used to be a racing driver, and he had a workshop under our house. He used to prepare also rally and racing cars. So it was in the blood, man, since I was a small kid. But then I started as rallying. I'm a rally driver. So in 1998, I had my first ever rally. And since then, I've won like 24 different local and international rally, hill climb, and autocross championship. In 2008, when I came up with the idea with Red Bull to organize the Red Bull Car Park Drift, which we've been organizing since then. So partly, I went into drifting more, not as a competition, but as a show guy, and as an organizer of the Red Bull Car Park Drift. Okay, in 2013, we managed to do, let's get the world records for the world's longest drift. And this is how we broke the Guinness World Record back then.
We are here with a great bike of yours. Can you tell me a little more about this particular bike that we are?
Yeah, it's a Triumph 675 Street Triple. It's 2017 model. It's actually built here in India by Nicholas family. Yeah, so I haven't got too much time on the bike, but I've done already like 3-4 shows, so I'm feeling pretty confident.
So how did Aras get initiated into biking? How did his love affair for biking start?
I think it started then when I was like 4 or 5. I saw the MotoGP race at my friend's grandmother house. We were eating food and there was a screen and the MotoGP was on,
Right.
And the guy who won the race, he was crossing the finish line on the back wheel. And then I said to myself, wow, I want to do it.
What are your future plans? I'm sure you're planning some dangerous, stunts here. What are your future plans with respect to stunts?
So I have an idea of getting back my Guinness World Record, which is here, longest no hands motorcycle wheelie.
Right.
It is 580 meters, but now it's beaten by another guy. I think now it sits at 800. So I have a dream to make it over 1 kilometer.
Okay, right. And what are the few important lessons that you learned from bike riding and motorsport?
Enjoy what you're doing, enjoy your riding, and be calm, take your time for practicing, wear your gear all the time, even though you are doing very few tricks. The gear is really important. I had some bad experience in my life, so please learn from my mistakes.
It was only fitting that all this action happened in Chennai, widely regarded as the motorsport capital of India. If the city hosted the country's first night street F4 race last year, the Moto Jam presents exciting possibilities to further popularize motorsports. With celebrities like Tamil actor Ajit getting into motorsports, up is the only way to go.
motorsports is hugely, getting popular in India. We are here in Chennai,
Sure.
regarded as, the capital of motorsports in India. You also have a Tamil actor called Ajit, who's also into motorsports.
Yeah, sure.
Motorsport racing.
I've seen a lot of him on social media.
Yes.
So honestly, I've seen a lot of him on social media. I was really happy to know that you have such an Indian, driver, especially also in karting and in single seaters. You have lots of good drivers representing India the best way possible. So we're really happy for that.
Right. And how do you see the future of motorsport in India now? How do you see such events, gaining more popularity and getting more eyeballs in motorsport in India?
So first, look, part of why we organize such events, definitely to create the hype, to create to show the people, a great show, and at the same time to let the people know that these things cannot be done on public highways, public roads. We have to do it in a safe place. So first of all, we have to look at safety. So everyone who thinks that he has these skills can do it in a private place, and I'm happy that in India these events are increasing, so they can show their skills there. It always, makes the young kids, more eager just how to enter to this, and they start looking and working for it. Unfortunately, motorsport is the most expensive sport in the world, but still, India is a very, very big market, and hopefully they can all find the support that they need to try and show their skills.